From testing Dwayne Johnson on his height.
How tall am I in centimeters?
32.
No.
To giving Jimmy Fallon a big black slap.
What did the black hand say to the white face? What? Slap!
Here's Kevin being the funniest person in the room, beginning with The Ellen Show.
We are back with Kevin Hart, and we are playing Jenga, and you said during the break that you heard that I was a cheater.
I did hear that.
No, I am not.
No, I heard that.
I am competitive, but I will never cheat.
Listen, Ellen.
What?
Black people take games like this very serious,
Yeah.
okay?
And just when you think it can't get more dramatic, boom. He brings out the height jokes before you even can.
Okay, at a certain point, guys, I'm gonna need a stool to put the pieces back up on top.
Sir, we were rooting for you, and now we're crying from laughter.
If I get this piece to go back some...
No, it's not. It's gonna fall.
This man watched gravity betray him in real time. But Kevin and Dwayne Johnson together are always the funniest thing ever. And when they go head to head in a friendship quiz, I promise you'll lose it.
Dwayne went to the University of Miami. What did he study while he was there?
Study?
What?
What did you study? Like as in educate yourself?
As in, yes, man. Like, yeah, as in, like, yeah, like try to get better through my textbooks and...
Wow.
It's always your friends who mock you like this.
Yeah, find a good one, DJ. I found a real good one. Looking at those questions, you probably realize how uninteresting you are.
Completely. Wow.
Point proven.
I don't even know what that is in inches.
How tall am I in centimeters?
32.
No. I'm 1.63 centimeters tall.
Not gonna lie, these two are my favorite duo ever. Next, we've got Kevin cracking everyone up at the Graham Norton show too.
Can you see my body with this red couch? Do I look like a floating head? Am I okay?
There's a whiff of floating head about it.
Didn't know the couch was red, Graham.
I told you, don't wear that.
I forgot.
Yeah.
First of all, who let Kevin wear a full red suit and then put him on a red couch? Because now we're looking at a floating head with sneakers. Then he starts explaining what it's like being an action star, which, spoiler alert, involves a lot of car metaphors.
Because I'm an action star now, I'm on harnesses and all of this stuff. And I'm like, you can't overwork me, because I'm like a car, baby. You overheat me, I'm gonna shut down.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying?
Totally
Don't gas me too hard.
No.
Give me room to go.
Oh, he has a little battery.
But watch how he reacts when Sofia Vergara starts on her mild accent.
And nobody was suspecting of a woman creating this insane cartel. She was ruthless. And I went crazy about that story because, you know, I have this accent that is not that strong, but, you know, it sometimes not allows me to play every role that I want. And so I had to look for roles for me, and she's Colombian, she's a woman.
There's nothing mild about your accent, Sophia. And what she says next makes Kevin's face morph into a passport photo of judgment.
And also I created this walk, and I had to learn how to smoke, and I had to learn how to do cocaine. So it was a complicated character for me.
I feel you're being judged right now.
Yeah, I'm Colombian, but we don't get high on our own supply.
Well.
Colombians and cocaine? Ain't no way. He doesn't just laugh at other people's expense. Kevin's the kind of guy who'll roast himself first just to warm up.
I was on tour, I brought this leather jacket and it had a peace sign on the back of it. It was like a rhinestone peace sign. I said, you know what I'm gonna do at the end of my show? I'm gonna turn around, show the back of my jacket and put up a peace sign. The crowd gonna go off. I did it. Nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. It was absolute silence.
It was a pro-war crowd.
Rhinestones, confidence, and silence. Kevin really thought he had a moment, and the audience said, nah.
Sometimes getting no laugh is much funnier than getting the laugh.
Oh, for you, because you understand, but, you know...
What do you mean for me? What the hell is that?
No, not like that. No.
Well, for you, Conan, because, you know, that's all you got.
He literally wasted no time turning the arrows towards Conan. How is he supposed to continue after being accused of getting no laughs? And when Kevin talks about his injuries, he doesn't just explain, he weaponizes them for comedy.
A few months ago, you had some incident where you ended up, you were in like a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what happened? What accident did happen?
I broke my...
Why do you say stuff like that?
I did.
Why do you say stuff
I
like
did.
that?
You wanna know?
That's not, no, I'm not talking about...
I mean, what do you say after that? He's clearly trying to get Jimmy in trouble.
I'm not talking about that.
You want to know a serious... You asked me a serious question, I'll give you a serious answer.
No, but I saw you recently in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I asked you, what happened for that to happen?
I just told you.
I know, that's not what happened at all.
I was doing a foot race. It was doing a foot race.
But why do you get into a foot race as a grown man?
All right.
Jimmy tried to reel it back in, but he's flustered, confused, and low-key fighting for his life. Kevin turned a wheelchair story into straight chaos.
And the reason why I hurt myself is because my underwear had no more elasticity. Like, you know how you start your day in a pair of drawers? Like, in the beginning of the day, it's a lot of support. What's this, 2 a.m.? I've been in these drawers all day. So my situation was all over the place during the run. And so what ended up happening was I ended up messing myself up.
Yeah, I bet Jimmy's regretting asking the question now.
In a way that I couldn't repair it. Like, on step like number 15 in the race, I felt it.
But you have to, I mean, this happens to your underwear?
Your underwear stay in the same type of shape?
And if this foot race isn't enough to get you going, his gorilla story definitely will.
The rule was like you gotta submit. If you see a gorilla, close your eyes, don't look him in the eye, and submit. And with that being said, like the first gorilla that came out was like a woman, and I just hit the ground.
It only gets funnier after this, trust me.
You know Harambe? Remember when that white baby was with Harambe? You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
I was the white baby. I was the white baby.
Okay, Kevin, we believe you.
Do you know when a gorilla loses a fight? Do you know what he loses? His family. You lose your wife and your kids. All of that goes. If you lose a back, like if you're in a silverback fight and you lose, well, your wife and your kids are now my wife and my kids. And that gorilla has to like just be a nomad, walk off into the jungle.
But wait for the punchline.
Dead serious. Now, is it technically a loss? I don't know.
What are you talking? That is absolute. Your wife is watching. You're in big trouble.
Yeah, but I'm not a silverback, but if I was.
That was the most typical joke a man could make, and quite similarly, what man can go without talking about their poop in conversation?
What kind of superpower would you like to have?
I want to be able to hold my shit. I don't want to shit anymore.
Like hold it in?
Yeah, I don't want to be able to shit anymore.
Oh, so just no more shit.
No shit comes out of my
So not
body.
even holding shit,
No.
just no more shit.
No more. But that's my power. If I chose to,
Right.
I could. But my power is saying, I don't want to today. I'll shut it off.
I'm sure he's not the only man who's thought about that. And when Dwayne Johnson revealed he was born in San Francisco, Kevin was ready to call him out.
I've known you for years. I've always said I was
But when
born
we
in
were
San-
there, you gave me a big speech like, this is my land. I started. Now all of a sudden, San Fran. That was San Fran that I transferred. When we were there, you gave me a very spiritual speech.
And he didn't stop there. Oh no, he enacted the whole explanation.
This is the cliff where I was born and my mother gave me.
This is the problem. Yes. You try to be respectful.
But wait for the way he tells the story of a time he took his kids to Philly.
It's like 7 a.m. I got there when nobody would be there. And I'm like, look, I didn't have, okay?
Yeah.
Look, this is this is the grass. See this little thing? It's all the grass we had. We want to live here! No. This place is a piece of shit. You just gotta work for it. We don't want to go home.
Yeah, parenting gone wrong.
I was like, let us go upstairs. I literally had to stop the lesson. I was like, let's just go back home. I'm gonna show you books from now on. No more live.
And speaking of where he's come from, Kevin has some hilarious stories about his first few gigs.
I had a crab fest.
Crab fest? What is that?
In the beginning of stand-up comedy, you're not performing in luxury, venues. So there was a crab fest. And it was like, we're gonna book some talent.
Hey, good humor's always appreciated, even at a crab fest.
I don't know if you guys have ever tried to tell a joke while people cracking crabs. It's not the best environment at all. I mean, from not being able to open a crab to serious.
Cracking crabs or cracking jokes? What's harder?
I remember hearing a woman, an older lady who was like, she was cracking crabs. I tell a joke and the joke doesn't work. And I remember this lady just going, oh no.
Old ladies are the hardest demographic to please anyway.
I would much rather be booed. The disappointment that came from her voice and then, oh no, I'm not doing it wrong.
Food and Kevin Hart comedy, probably not a good mix.
I've been through it all. I was hit in the face with a buffalo wing. I performed at a...
Don't perform around food.
But this one time at a strip club, things got a little weird.
There was ladies in there, and, it was just supposed to be us performing for these women when they introduced me, and this lady was like, pull it out. I said, hey, that's not me. I'm not here for that. I'm here to entertain. These are jokes.
Homeboy's just here to tell some jokes. Don't come at him like that.
I just remember this dude from the back. He was like, that's enough. And he just threw a buffalo wing at me. A little bit of sauce, got like right here. Buffalo sauce is hot. I assumed that it was a woman with a deep voice, so I was like, who threw it?
He has a special talent for making every single person in the room crack up. One guy commented, Kevin Hart is the only comedian with brilliant chemistry with anyone. Absolute legend in my books. But Kevin himself is not so easily amused.
Beautiful.
It's very impressive, yes.
But Kevin...
While everyone else swooned over Dwayne's smolder, Kevin was not impressed at all. And he wasn't impressed by Dwayne's generosity either.
Speaking of family, Dwayne, you also just recently bought your mom a house.
I did.
That makes me want to cry.
Yeah, no way. I gotta get a concept.
$1 billion later.
It's about time.
$1 billion later, he finally bought his mom a house. All right. I think the whole room right now is thinking the same thing.
No, wait.
It's about.
I mean, he does have a point.
Wait.
Hey, Mom! Look what I got.
No more apartments. No more trailer park.
Let's get out that duplex.
Oh, no, listen, I have been lucky enough to buy her homes over the years. After she got divorced from my dad. Thank you very much. You happy now? Huh? How about that?
Open your eyes, Mom!
Jesus.
But when it comes to Dwayne, Kevin does all he can to drag him through the mud.
No, I have. But finally, she had always wanted, she's like, I would just want, this might be my last one.
Hey, Mom, we're gonna get there.
They are both incredible, like a married couple and a pair of drunk best friends.
We're gonna get there. Have we not been there for a long time? No, we're still working. We'll get there.
We're figuring it out, Mom. Just be patient.
That brought actual tears to my eyes. Even better than Kevin's reaction to Don Cheadle's age.
And me, I'm 56 years old.
Damn! Because it was a thought. No, seriously, it was a thought.
Damn!
We'll take a poll on how you meant it with people here later after the show's over, but...
I can sit up here and honestly say, buddy, that was from a place of love.
Got it.
Like, damn.
Oh, that was from...
Like, damn.
You didn't... If we could play it back right now...
Play it back.
These are two different dams. Wow, that's
said,
amazing.
Damn.
Try to cover it up all you want, Kevin, but we all heard it.
No, you said the word damn. Do you want me to tell you how you said it?
I know how I said it, Don.
Do you want me to say it back to you how I think you said it?
Go ahead.
Damn!
I said...
Kevin.
I said, damn it.
Each time you said it now, it's gotten quieter.
So who has the problem here? Who has the problem?
Yeah, that's right. Turn it around on the old guy. But when Kevin and Dwayne reverse roles and interview each other, it's hard not to laugh out loud. So if you're around people, you might want to brace yourself for this next one.
They're doing some interviews, and I'll be interviewing Kevin Hart.
Hey, what's up, man? All right, cool. Good to see you, Rock.
The intro alone has me cracking up.
Who I would throw my voice. I would throw my voice and be like, hey, he did the thing. And then he'd get into hey, he did the thing and then get in trouble. Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see that.
Was that the smolder, or just a very scary side eye?
How was it working with Kevin Hart?
It's the beauty of there's a thing.
No way Dwayne could have stayed in character through that.
I don't know what it was like working with the Oh, he was great. Rock was great. He did that thing, yo. I don't know why I blinked right now, but that's what I can't even do it. I can't even do it. He does that thing.
That's too funny, man.
You've gotta hand it to Dwayne. He's just as good at impersonating Kevin. But Kevin just takes the cake with this next one. Or should I say, pudding.
What would you like to be when you grow up?
If I could be a fireman, that would be cool. Fireman.
That's me.
I would love to be a fireman. Are you gonna eat that pudding?
But the rap battle with James Corden is what cracks me up every time.
James Corden thinks I look like a kid. Well, I might be small, but my bank account's big. I admit, most people nice to your face, but until they get home and realize you're not Ricky Gervais. Now, your career has you singing with Nick Jonas. You'll be back on Broadway soon. I'm not playing. You'll be homeless. Carpool karaoke, how long that lasts? How do you rap with your head up Lin-Manuel's ass?
Oh, he hit some sore spots with just the first stanza.
He tried to win, dropped the mic, third try. He picked a black dude. Good job, white guy. Congrats on the new Ghostbusters. I'm a fan, excited to see you return as the Marshmallow Man. With Chris Rock line, you think you're sweet? I fill football stadiums, you barely fit in a seat.
Yep, he went there. Fair game though, right? But is it fair when he plays Slapjack with Jimmy Fallon with a white hand?
I wanted the rematch because you gave me a white hand last time. No, I'm very serious. I'm not playing around.
I know.
You invited me to play the game, and I get here and you gave me a giant white hand. Not only was it disrespectful, but it wasn't fair. So I said, let's play it again. Okay. But give me a black hand.
Okay, yeah.
So my powers can be real. You took my.
And so, an intense game begins. But who do you think wins?
Maybe the next one is three, maybe the next one's 3 and you win.
Stop it.
Come on.
Stop it.
Face card.
Look at the happiness on his face. But you're not prepared for what comes next.
What? Hey, quick question, Jimmy.
What's up?
What did the black hand say to the white face?
What?
Stop! Yeah!
That was the best thing I've ever seen. Now, if you like this video of Kevin Hart being the funniest person in the room, you'll love this next video on your screen.